Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Zelda 1. I had to do a little bit of re-recording there, that's why that heart's there. But I wanted to show off, there's another way to get into level 5 here. Underneath one of the armor statues is a hidden entrance. So, no real point to using it. The next dungeon, level 6 we're going to go to, also has a hidden entrance under one of the armor statues, so. But, don't know why it's there, doesn't really serve any purpose, but it's just a nice little funny Easter egg, so. Well, we're going to be heading off to level 6 in this episode. And level 6 is probably the toughest dungeon, mainly because of the enemy type in there. The main enemy is going to be wizzrobes, and as the name kind of implies, they are wizards. They teleport back and forth. There's two types, red and blue. Blue kind of stick around and just float around. Red teleport, but then they just appear. They shoot magic at you, and the magic hurts really, really bad. You can't block it with your regular shield, so that's one of the reasons why I want to have the magical shield, to be able to block those spells. You also probably want to have the blue ring, because the spells can be very damaging. Medicine, because you might take a lot of damage, and the magical sword. Magical sword will allow you to defeat the red wizzrobes in 1 hit, and the blue wizzrobes in 3, so. We're also going to want to have the bow and the arrow, both parts. So if you haven't bought the arrow yet, going to have that bought, because the boss in the dungeon is only vulnerable to arrows. So, but we already picked that up. If you've been playing along with me, then you'll also have all this stuff too. So you'll also have 20 less rupees now because the doorman just stole them off us. But oh well. We won't need, the only thing we'll need rupees for is a new bomb bag and to rebuy meat. So, yeah, we're gonna have to use the meat in level 7. And we got some money making. Let's see if we can win. Oh, we actually won! So I think I'm, 1 for 5 now. So, not very good odds for me. So, there's another, room where we're probably gonna leave one of the pea-hats alive, so we don't ever have to face those Lionels over and over again. Just take out one of the pea-hats. They know that their days are numbered, so they don't want to stop. So, why was the calendar sad? Because its days were numbered. So, I one time worked at a calendar factory. I got fired because I took a few days off. That was terrible. But, like a joke about paper. I'd tell one about pizza, but it's pretty cheesy. So, yeah, but, what's not going to be a laughing matter is, like I said, level 6. It's definitely probably one of the harder dungeons, in the game, so. But, before we head off to level 6, we're just gonna clear up some, rooms around here. Show off, you know, some of the shops and door repairmen in this area. There's no real reason to come to this area. It'll play a much bigger role in the second quest. The letter will actually be located in this area in the second quest and level 9. But right now I'm just heading here just to, like I said, I wanted to show off all the different little secrets you can get in the overworld, even if the secrets are detrimental like these door repairman people, so. We'll be able to make up all these rupees again fighting in level 6 and then in the graveyard if we need to. Level 6 is right by the graveyard. We kind of passed by near the entrance to it twice already, but never really went into the entrance. Another gambling guy. Let's see. Can we make it? No, no. So 1 for 6. So about a little over 16% there. So yeah, not good. But, like I said, rupees, we don't really need many for the rest of the game, so. 160 total, and then anything else we can get, we just spend on medicine, so. But the first quest ain't too difficult that we're really going to be going through a lot of medicine, so. Level 6, like I said, might be a candidate for medicine. Thankfully, though, they kind of make level 7 pretty easy, especially compared to level 6, so it's almost like they make level 6 really, really hard, and then they're like, we'll give you a little break. We'll make level 7 kind of easy, so. Alrighty. Well, we've kind of cleared off this area here. We're coming back to these rooms that we've already been through. And we cleared out all those, we took out all those, guys who stole money off us before we picked up this guy who gave us money, or this, moblin who gave us money, so. Pick up, fairy heart. Oh, gotta get some more bombs. Bombs will be good for the next dungeon as well, because they can damage the wizzrobes, so, you can kind of drop a bomb if they're teleporting away from you, and hopefully the smoke hits them, because if the smoke hits them at all, the smoke also does damage, so. So we're very near the entrance to level 6 here. We just have to go west another screen and then north. And the dungeon entrance is really big. Normally we've had like a one-tile dungeon mouth. This one's kind of big, too, so. But we can also get in to the dungeon under one of the armor statues. Wrong side, but there we go. Both ones will take us into level 6. So we leave, and ooh, we got some more rupees, and then we can head on in. So let's head on into dungeon number 6, level 6. So, like I said, a lot of wizzrobes. We're gonna see the first set of wizzrobes here. We just got the red ones, and they basically just appear in a line, usually on the same axis as you, either north or south, and they just shoot a spell and then they teleport away. So, aim at the eyes of Goma. Well, that's kind of not really the truth. Goma only has one eye, so it should be aim at the eye of Goma, but it's okay. So, we'll take him out here. More, ooh, we got another one of those boss monsters where we took him out and he disappeared. So, got some more of the Zol enemies. And here's an interesting room. We have the statues that are shooting fire. The fire we can block with our magical shield. If you don't have beams or you don't want to take any damage, you can hide in the doorway, throw your boomerang out, and then retreat into the doorway. As long as you don't leave the door entirely or go through the door entirely, the bats will like stay where they're at. So, or they'll stay defeated. So the room won't reset. So we have the blue wizzrobes. They didn't seem too difficult there, but that's because they moved in a nice pattern for us. So sometimes they behave, sometimes they don't. One good thing is that if an enemy room contains a bubble, the bubble has the highest priority of all the enemies. So, like that room, if we go into it again, it'll never have the wizzrobes respawn. Because as long as the bubble's there, no enemy will ever replace the bubble. Because like I said, it has the highest priority. And, so, yeah, we don't have to worry about running those wizzrobes again in that room. We're gonna run into our old friend Gliok here, though, and this time he has 3 heads, so... But we have we're twice as powerful and have a lot more health, so he's gonna be much easier than the 2-headed one we encountered back in level 4. So, more annoying likes, and they're really annoying, especially in this dungeon, because you do not want to lose your magical shield. That one kind of grabbed me there for like a second, but I was able to take it out real quick, so. And this is, we got the map now of the dungeon, and this dungeon is referred to as the dragon. So I guess that's supposed to be like a dragon. I guess its tail is where we kind of entered, and where the flashing light is, that's its eye, that's its head. So, but that's how I guess I see it. So sometimes I guess, like most of the dungeons, you can tell what they are. This one though, like I said, the dragon, I guess it's kind of, you gotta use your imagination a little bit. Sort of like with constellations, you know, if you ever studied astronomy or looked at the stars or took a course on like the constellations, some of them, you know, they're hard to see, you know. You're like, how did the ancient people come up with that, you know, like, why did they say that looks like this or that, so. But yeah, I think the stars are kind of fascinating to look up there, so. I had a course in high school with Mr. Guzman, who actually looked like another Nintendo mascot, Mario. He really looked like Mario. He had you know, the build of Mario, and then the plumber mustache. So, but yeah, he taught an astronomy course, and I remember the final was you went to the observatory and he ran a simulation of the night sky, and you picked out all the stars, the constellations, and you know, each one you named, you got 2 points. So you can actually get more than 100 points on it. But I remember that was like the funnest test to study for, because I'd just go out walking my dog, Buddy Beagle at the time, at night, and I'd look up at the stars, and you know, I'd try to pick stuff out. I'd be like, oh, because it was the winter time, and so Orion was visible in the northern hemisphere. I'd be like, that's Orion, and the 2 dogs, Sirius, and then the canine stars. I don't remember all the stuff now, but I remember just that's how I'd study for the test. So I did really well in it. So I need to go take another astronomy course sometime or something, or go to the Virginia Living Museum near where I live. I think they have a night under the stars. So you can see with the blue wizzrobes, they kind of just teleport around. You try to stay mobile with them as well, because they only really stop and start firing at you when they become like in line with you. So now that we have the magical sword, we can take these Vyres out in one hit. They won't split into the smaller keys enemies, so that's good. I didn't get to show off what this room looked like. I forgot to use my candle, but look, it's just a little center island surrounded by, you know, one little stream of, you know, red water. So, ooh, more wizzrobes and more likes. Boo. This would be a nice room to get a clock in, but of course, since we want a clock, we're not going to get it. Of course, it wouldn't help us too much now, because we only have the likes and only one wizzrobe to deal with. So, ooh. Alright, time to get a passage. We've pretty much cleared out the left side of the dungeon. Now we're just going to be taking off to the right where the head of the dragon is. So we got like 6 rooms to explore over here. Ooh, we got sucked up by that light. But yeah, the loss of the magical shield isn't instant. So it actually would take like a few seconds. I think maybe like 3 or 4 seconds before it actually like eats your shield. So that could be annoying though when you, if you get hit by a bubble and you can't swing your sword for those 3 or 4 seconds. But if that's the case, you might want to just pull out your magic wand. Maybe that could be useful. Or your bow and arrow. Anything to try to damage the like as quickly as possible. So, alright. We have one room here before the boss room. This room we don't have to go into, but like I said, I'm filling all the dungeons, so. Now, because the wizzrobes tend to just want to like float until they get into your axis, you can kind of hang out a lot of the times over the water, and they won't stop, so it's a good way to pick them off. You want to equip your arrow before you fight Gomas. If you know there's a room with a Goma in it, you can walk in there, and sometimes you can get a shot directly off and take him out right away, but I was a little late there, and he was already moving, so. But there's actually 2 varieties of Gomas. We have the orange one here, and then there's going to be a blue one. Orange take 1 hit, blue will take 3. And we take him out, and we end up getting our 6th piece of the Triforce. 75% of the Triforce down. Just 2 more to go. So we were told that there's like a secret where the fairies don't live. Remember back in the Lost Woods, there was that one fairy pond where there was no fairy? Well, that's where we're gonna go to get to level 7. And there's magic in the air here in level 6. Well, now we're gonna have to make some music in the air. The recorder is the key to getting into level 7. So. Once again, we want to make sure that we have 100 rupees before we head into level 7, because, and also the enemy bait, because we're going to have another bomb bag upgrade that we can get in level 7. So let's just farm some rupees here from these guys. We didn't get too many there, but no. Shouldn't take us too long. Remember, these guys now only take 3 hits with the magical sword, so. I almost hit him there a 3rd time. I was thinking I still had the white sword, but. I mean, well, technically the magical sword is white if you look at the blade, but. It's also magical. It deals a lot of damage. It's not to be confused with the Master Sword. The Master Sword ain't introduced until Zelda 3. We just have the magical sword here. Although some future games, they don't allow your initial sword to shoot the magic beams. That's just for the upgraded sword. So I guess in this game, though, every sword that Link has is magical, because as long as you have full hearts, you can shoot sword beams. So it's not so much the sword that's magical, it's, I guess, Link fully powered. So this tombstone that I'm touching there, that's actually going to be the entrance to level 6 in the next quest, the second quest. So get some more rupees there. Not getting too many rupees here, surprisingly. But we're getting close. If we don't get 100 exactly at the time, we'll still, like, as long as we're close, we'll be able to head into level 7 and pick up a few more rupees there, so. Level 7 is mainly going to consist of Garai enemies, those enemies that throw the boomerangs. So, yeah, they're much more easy to deal with than the wizzrobes in this area, so. Or the wizzrobes in level 6 there. These ghosts are behaving pretty nicely here. None of them will come and trying to eat me. Now that'd be nice if they drop a lot of rupees. And they did! Woohoo! So, boink, badonk. Alright, now we can head back down into the Lost Woods. We kind of went this way earlier, when we first went through the Lost Wood dungeon. But luckily when you go, you don't have to reverse the thing, so you had to go northwest, southwest in order to leave the Lost Woods. You don't have to go east, north, east, south to leave the Lost Woods. You just have to just go east from this screen and you'll get out of the Lost Woods, so. There we go. And you know what, we have a little bit of extra rupees and some time here. Not enough to dive into level 7. So I'm gonna go show off what that lady says when you pay her a whole bunch of rupees, so. Just so I can, you know, aim for that 100% completion. Now, good thing is, the clues, even though a lot of things in the overworld, well, not necessarily the overworld, but the location of things in the overworld changes in the second quest, the clues will still apply. So, all the clues that we're going to get from the first thing, you know, like go up the mountain, and the entrance, you know, the solution to this passageway, they're still going to be the same. So, yeah, 10 ain't enough to talk. And the 50, she'll be like, wow, that's a lot of rupees, or you're really rich. I forget exactly what she says, but, boy, you're rich. So, oh well. So yeah, we just wasted rupees, but that's okay. We'll end up getting enough to recoup. So, just head east out of the Lost Woods, and we're free. But take out the moblin there. And remember what that old man said, that the, you know, the fairies are, secrets where the fairies don't live. So we're gonna go to this screen here, the fairy pond, where there's no fairy, and we're going to play our recorder. So not only can it shrink dig doggers, but also reveal the entrance to level 7, which we'll take on next episode. Bye!